Hello everyone, my name is Elite Trainer Kenway. For those of you who may not know, either because you just aren't concerned with the trading card game or because you've had other things to worry about, the Pokemon trading card game online has officially been replaced in recent weeks by the Pokemon trading card game Live. But I'm not here to talk about the TCG Live app. I'm actually here to talk about what the TCG Live app could possibly mean for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. When Pokemon Go was first launched by Niantic, no one thought it would have an impact on the main series games. But here we are in 2023 with Meltan, Melmetal, and soon to be Roaming Form Gimmighoul all introduced to the main series games by Pokemon Go. So I got to thinking, how do you get players who only play the main series interested in TCG Live? What better way to get main series players interested in TCG Live than by creating a brand new Pokemon in TCG Live that can then be transferred to Pokemon Home and Scarlet and Violet? Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce Tarjeta. Tarjeta is a single-stage Psychic Type Pokemon that was created when the begrudged spirit of a TCG player possessed their favorite card. Now, you might immediately question, why is it Tarjeta is a Psychic Type Pokemon if it's basically a spirit? Well, I'm glad you asked. That actually points to the card game itself. You see, not all 18 types actually exist in the card game. Ghost, Ice, Bug, Ground, Rock, and Flying don't actually exist in the TCG card game and are instead melded with other types. Although I would be willing to give a dual Psychic Ghost type to its evolution, providing this video gets enough support and people actually want to see what Tarjeta's evolution would look like. Tarjeta can be obtained in the TCG Live by opening up special booster packs. And yes, every TCG Live account would get one free booster pack with Tarjeta in it, because I wouldn't put a Pokemon behind a paywall. Isn't that right? Let's go Mew. Tarjeta utilizes its signature ability, Guiding Spirit, in both the TCG and Scarlet Violet in different ways. In the TCG, if Tarjeta is on your bench when your active Pokemon gets knocked out, its Guiding Spirit will take one energy from that active Pokemon and add it to Tarjeta. In Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, however, Guiding Spirit raises the special defense of Tarjeta if Tarjeta is brought out immediately following another Pokemon on your team fainting. In its most basic form, TCG Tarjeta has two attacks: Card Slice, which requires one colorless energy and does 30 base attack, and its signature attack, Ghoulish Energy, which requires one colorless energy and two psychic energies. Ghoulish Revenge does 90 base attack plus an additional 40 damage if Tarjeta was directly attacked by the opponent in the previous turn. So if you decide to attack Tarjeta, make sure you can knock it out with one hit. In Scarlet and Violet, however, Ghoulish Revenge doesn't actually do any damage at all. Instead, it raises Tarjeta's special attack one stage for each fainted Pokemon in the user's party. Meaning, if it's the final Pokemon in your party, it can be an extremely nasty Pokemon to deal with. Unfortunately, Ghoulish Revenge can only be used once per battle, similar to the Z moves in Generation 7. Similar to Ditto and Zorua, Tarjeta is capable of camouflaging itself to look like another Pokemon. However, it doesn't necessarily work the way that Ditto and Zorua's transformations do. Instead of transforming itself to look like an exact copy of the other Pokemon, it instead transforms itself to look like the card of the opposing Pokemon. For example, when Tarjeta does battle against Dragapult, Tarjeta comes out of the Pokeball looking like a Dragapult TCG card. Keeping in theme with Generation 9's terrestrialization phenomenon, everything else about Tarjeta would be normal except for the fact that it would defensively be a Dragon-type Pokemon for the duration of this battle. Even if the opposing Dragapult faints, Tarjeta would still keep the visual look of a Dragapult card and would still be defensively Dragon-type for the remainder of the battle. Tarjeta's natural Terra type is Ghost unless you change it using Terra Shards. Tarjeta's natural form can only be seen outside of battle. However, since its spirit is ashamed of all the TCG card games it lost over the years, the spirit of Tarjeta will never show its face to anyone and only its hand will ever be visible. So, let me know what you guys think. This is my first ever attempt of coming up with a Fakémon, so let me know what you think about it. If enough people like this and want me to do an evolution, I'll go on Amazon and buy a pen for my drawing tablet and I'll do an evolution to Tarjeta. Because while I love this design, this is what I could do with the limits of the Photoshop apps I have on my phone, and that's it. Maybe its evolution could be like a ghost holding a deck of cards, or like Runerigus and Cofagrigus, where it is a deck of cards, but like ghost spirit limbs and stuff come out of our, I don't know. So let me know what you thought about it. Let me know if you liked it, if you didn't like it, things you liked about Tarjeta, things you didn't like about it. What would you change? And more importantly, would you consider using Tarjeta on your playthrough of Scarlet and Violet? Let me know in the comments below. I want to say thank you to everyone who watched this video and everyone who watched my Master Dex Challenge completion video last month. If you haven't seen my final Master Dex Challenge video, I encourage you to watch it. It's very long, but it's a video that took me 11 months and probably around $1,000 to make. So I encourage you to go watch it right here when you have time. I hope you guys have a fantastic week and I'll see you soon. Peace.